Hello everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Church Review. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Chris, and this is part of a new series that I have mentioned in my previous series called The Sinner's Rant. The purpose of these videos is for me to give a quick review of the many churches that I will be visiting in the future, and to give my thoughts on them. For the most part, I will try not to bash a church because of some minor imperfections or some things that I didn't like, because as we all know, there is no such thing as a perfect church. The only time I really will decide to say something is if they do something that is downright heretical. But from here on out, it's all love. Now, enough with my rambling, let's get to the church that I visited this week. The church I visited this week is called New North. Its location is in the Penn Crest Theater at 300 Piedmont Avenue in San Bruno, California. Their Sunday services are at 9 and 11 a.m., and the population can range from 250 to 400 people, but honestly, I think it's around the higher range because when I was there, all the seats were filled. There were some people that I did know personally, and I did say hi, but overall, to the people that I didn't know, they were very welcoming and were asking many of the newcomers and potential members to go to their hub, which was their welcome center for anyone who was new there. Their denomination is non-denominational. I would say they're a bit of new age and contemporary, but they cater to all ages, so it doesn't really matter how old you are. This is a great place because you will not feel left out here. Now to talk about the worship. The leader at the time, his name is Tim Drisdell. Overall, I will have to say that it was very professional. The sound system did not blow your ears off. It was very balanced. I could hear all the singers, all the instruments, all the harmonies, and different parts. And to be quite honest, its setup was even better than some of the concerts that I've been to. So that's a good thing to note. They played about 3 songs, and it averaged about 22 minutes in length, and the only song that I can give to you right now is the first song, which was God's Great Dance Floor by either Passion or Chris Tomlin. Hopefully I can get the rest of the songs that they played and put them in the link in the description below. Next, I want to talk about offering. I really like this part of the church because they show you where their money is going. They said that last week, the offering and collection that they took went to one family who was a victim of the North Bay fires, and they bought that family who was in need. They got them a new minivan, and not just some crappy minivan. It was a Honda Odyssey, but it was top of the line from what I saw. So for me, it was nice because they explained why they gave and what its purpose was. It wasn't obligatory, and it wasn't something that was necessary. It was out of their heart, and they were putting it to good use, not just hoarding it for the church's use. During the offering, they played one song, which was a contemporary version of Great Is Thy Faithfulness, and man, it was really great. I also will have to say that I liked the message. The head pastor, or the pastor who was preaching at the time, was a woman named McKenna Mitchell, and her topic was called Stumbling Past Jesus. And there's 2 points that really stuck to me that I wrote down, which resonated with me and spoke to me in a way that not many messages can. But at the end of the day, the 2 points that I will say that got me are, number 1, we can think we know Jesus and not really know him at all. That's a good one. And the second one is, God's mission in our lives is not to be seen as amazing. His mission in our lives is for us to know him as Lord. Honestly, if you ask me, powerful stuff. I need to stop saying honestly. I will leave a link to the message and the website below, so please check them out. Going to my final thoughts, I have to say overall, I think New North is a wonderful church that is experiencing a lot of growth because they are a church that ultimately glorifies Christ. They speak the truth and explain everything that they do, from offering to worship to the message, so that you're not caught off guard and you don't feel like it's a traditional thing. They strive to simply preach the gospel and do not try to get into doctrines that divide, hence the non-denominational part. And from my standpoint, I can only name about 3 or 4 things that I didn't like, but really I can also admit that I'm just nitpicking. This is the first episode of Church Review. Please check out New North in the future if you're looking for a new church. Have a good one.